Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. We are still in the forest maze. And yeah, it's the forest maze, not the one, I didn't mention this, but it's not the do. No. Gino is not in this maze. You don't have to follow his route. You can just, it's actually really not even a maze for that matter. But anyway, we're in the forest maze. I should probably put in the forest maze music, but I don't know where I would stick that, since I didn't make a reference last time. I could just stick it right here, but I don't know. Probably won't. Just actually no. Just go open up a video with the music in and listen to it while I'm talking, because the music in this area is pretty low key anyway. So that's what you should do. I'm gonna put a link, actually, if I remember. I'll put a link in this the description that has a link to the Forest Maze music, and you can listen to that while we're watching this video because it's awesome. That music is awesome though. But anyway, we are still in the Forest Maze, going to the Reptites Lair. Not much really to talk about. Most of this is just going to be battling. I'll talk about more when we get to the Reptites Lair, because there is some things to discuss there. But not much else really, because again, it's pretty straightforward right at the moment. So in the meantime, constructive criticism. Now here's my thing. I'm a guy who likes to, constantly input my opinion on things that, like, one of my favorite things at at school or in college with classes is when we do our critiques of work, because that gives me a chance to tell people what I think of their work and allow them to maybe make improvements upon what I see. They can ignore that or not, but it's just constructively trying to tell, because sometimes they don't see things that I might see, and vice versa with my work. A lot of times, even though I'm really self-critical, I obviously can't see everything, and there's things people can see that I don't focus on. And I really do like it when people, critique my work and give me, things I might need to work on. Sometimes I'll get a little bit defensive when I initially see it, but it doesn't mean I'm not listening. I just, sometimes my initial thing is I tend to be a person who, when I hear criticism or constructive criticism, I tend to try and, defend the thing with it, but later on, usually, almost always, I usually tend to rethink and think, well, maybe they were right, and then potentially change it. I know that does get on people's nerves sometimes, because it's like, well, we're trying to help you, and you're just defending yourself, but I do listen, and I do usually take into consideration. I just do tend to initially be defensive, and that's something a lot of people tend to do. Is just I might do it a little bit more enthusiastically than most. But anyway, yeah, I do appreciate constructive criticism for anything though, because it really does help me see things that I might need to work on, and it really doesn't help improve my work because again, because sometimes you need a direction. Like sometimes you need people to give you, not tell you what to do, but sometimes you need people to give you a little push, because you can't always think of everything. More two heads are better than one is that phrase. But anyway, constructive criticism can be a really good tool. However, the thing I've been thinking about is, what is exactly the point of just posting straight up criticism? What is the point of just, saying, hey, you suck, or hey, you're, I mean, there's no point to it. I mean, like, if you mock someone, or if you watch someone's video and you just mock every word they're saying, what's the point of doing that? All that's doing is maybe it gives humor to people because, Schadenfreude, or I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but, getting pleasure from other people's pain, that might have came out wrong, but, enjoying people having, struggling, enjoying mocking people, that kind of thing. You can get a humor aspect from it to an extent, sure. But in terms of the person doing it, really, unless it's in good humor, that's just plain mean, in my opinion. And I probably sound like a, oh, well, you're too nice, or you're just lighten up. It's just a joke. But a lot of times when you're, mocking someone, that to me, if the person doesn't even know about it, or if you're just mocking them behind their back, or it's not in good humor, that's just it's mean. And I'm one for humor, but like if you're gonna make humor, then if you're not letting the person know, or you're not asking permission to maybe parody their work, then to me that's almost kind of you don't care what they think. You just want to do, you're not even considering their feelings in that. You just want to, make laughs, and you're being self-centered and selfish, in my opinion. And, again, I'm one for humor, but, if you're going to make humor, then you should, let the person know that you're, mocking them. And in the same respect, if you're just going to post a comment or tell someone straight up that they're that you don't like them, or that you hate them, or what's the, is that just making you feel better because of your inconsistent, or because of your faults? I don't know. I don't really get offended by those comments a lot, because they just kind of, they baffle me. It's like, what's the point of posting this? It doesn't help me in any way, it doesn't help you in any way, and if it does, well, okay, but, just posting stuff, stating things straight up, it's like, okay, you feel that way. Was there any really need to tell me that? I mean, I honestly don't care if you feel that way. If you feel that way, if your opinion is that I suck balls, or someone else sucks balls, or just plain sucks, that's your opinion. I'm not going to I don't really care what your opinion is. You just, the only thing I can come up with is you're just saying it because you like being mean, or because you have your own faults and you want to feel better about yourself. I don't know what it is, nor do I really care. But really, those kind of comments, or people telling me those things, or criticizing someone just for the sake of criticizing them, it's, if it's not in good humor, if it's just, for the sake of just saying something to be mean, or I don't know what you're doing, why, those comments to me just seem pointless. I mean, like I've seen comments on different videos saying this sucks, or I don't like this, or why are you posting this stuff? It's like, why do you, those kind of comments, they serve no point. They're just hate-filled, and, again, they almost baffle me, because it's like, you're wasting your time typing a message to tell someone your opinion in a very straight up manner that they most likely don't care about. And if they do care about it, if they are offended by that, what do you gain from it besides maybe making yourself feel better? It's like, oh, I told someone they suck, I feel good now. I don't know. Our society just, I don't think we think, or we're very hate-filled a lot of times too. I mean, yeah, again, maybe a lot of times they're just posting it. They don't really. Maybe people don't realize that they're being that those comments can be taken as being mean. Like the ones that really baffle me are the ones that say, no offense, but I think you talk too fast, or no offense, but I think that you should do post commentary. No offense. Well, obviously, stating straight up, you're going to be offenseful, and by saying no offense, you're making it like you're trying to be constructive, but what you're saying isn't being constructive at all. You're not giving any advice on how to fix that. You're just saying straight up, your voice is too loud, or you're annoying, or I think you look like Santa Claus, or something really stupid. It's like, if you're going to say no offense, you should just skip the no offense. If you're saying no offense, then you should give an actual comment that's in depth, saying, like, for example, I think your videos could use more. I'm trying to think of an actually good example. You could say, "Hey, no offense, but I think you might talk a little bit loud. Maybe you might want to lower your voice a little bit, something like that." Instead of just saying, "No offense, but you're loud. You're way too loud," or "You suck. You're so loud," or something like that. That, again, I guess you could say, well, you could read into that well, that means you should probably lower your voice. But the thing is, it's hard to take it's hard to even consider that when the person just not even willing, the way they're coming across is just very blunt. If they're coming across, I mean, I come across bluntly too, but I don't try, just the way they come across, a lot of times they're just, I need to stop, tend to be mean-filled. I think I made my point, though, that if you're going to post criticism that doesn't serve any point, but just to, criticize someone just for the sake of making you feel better or something, just don't do that. It's pointless. And if you're going to act and otherwise make it constructive criticism, because most people like me appreciate that, because they do want to know if there's something they could maybe change. And to give reasons why they change, they'll just say straight up, you suck. Well, okay, why do I suck? If you're going to tell me I suck, why do I suck? So anyway, about this lair, I didn't mention it. First off, definitely the Megasaurs. If you use lightning on the Megasaurs, that will weaken their defense. So you definitely want to do that. Above, you saw those wee evils, or those little bug things, were drilling holes. You can have them in the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. They can drill holes if you wait long enough. And you can go to extra rooms, like the one I went in was an extra room because the wee evil dug a hole there. And I got a ruby vest from that. There's really only, besides healing items, the only 2 items you really can care about is the ruby vest and a stone cap, which I think was found down here anyway. So really, if you just go the one I went in, that's really all you really. I think that's all you should care about. You shouldn't care about going through all the holes. If you want to go through all the holes, there's a way to go back up, which I'll show next episode. So you can do that, but I wouldn't worry about going through all the holes. It's not really worth going through all the holes, because it just takes too much time. Oh, I hate this guy though, because he keeps throwing those shiitake mushrooms at me various times. But anyway, I'm almost out of time. So this has been Mega Freak 400, reminding you that chocolate is made of cocoa beans. Yeah.